What's happening, y'all? Sorry, I had to turn down the TV, and I'm gonna have some music playing in the background. Let me know if it's too loud. If anyone ever comes in, I don't know. But how is everybody doing this evening? Huh? I know somebody's there. Somebody has to be there. I just got done with a breathing treatment, so I might be a little, the steroids do funny things to me. So how's everyone doing? I know. It's non-copyrighted music, so it's at least something in the background for me. If it's too much for you guys, that's fine. You guys at least get to hear me talk. I don't want to hear me talk. Oh, it's my jam. It's my jam. Come on, y'all. Really? No one's going to join? That's horrible. Oh, no, I don't know if anyone's here. I can't see. But here's my question. And I'm going to ask this with nobody in the room. So I'm just going to wait and I'm going to dance. You let me know when you're there, okay? Still no one? I mean, I'll keep talking, but there's no one to listen. I'll just dance. Because I feel like dancing. So if you think my smile is funny and my teeth are all jacked up, just wait. I got one about to fall out. That's going to be nice. There'll be another big gap right here in the front. It'll look like a jack-o'-lantern. We had a horrible storm here today. It's still really windy. Hello, Gluey. How are you doing? Weather's crazy. One day it's 70 degrees out. The next day it's 30. The next day it's thunderstorms and 50. Yeah, I was just dancing to some music. I'm in a really good mood, and sometimes you just gotta dance. You just gotta dance. I live in Youngstown, Ohio. In the ghetto. Which is alright. I don't mind living in the ghetto. Nobody bothers us. Yes. Yeah, northeast Ohio. Like smack dab in between Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Like almost exactly in between Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Well, actually where I live, it used to be really ghetto, but now all the abandoned houses are getting torn down, so it's less and less houses. Baltimore. So you know about abandoned houses and such. Do I have any talents? No. Not any that are legal. No, actually that is very not true. I have talents, but they go for like fence work. I can put up a fence. I know measurements, things, how things should work the way the ground is. That's my talent. And unfortunately, I have bad lungs and bad knees, so I can't use my talent anymore. Root beer. Hello. I can dance like an old white guy. There's a lot of bad things that happen here. They're not too close to where I live, but yet last year somebody was shot at the park that's a block away. You know what I mean? Bodies end up out here because I live on the outskirts of the city. And like I said, most of the houses are getting torn down, so there's more and more just overgrowth and such. But it's not an everyday occurrence. I was on live one day and it sounded like they were right outside my back door shooting a gun. So yeah, there's gunshots all the time, but not super close. It's safe-ish here. It's not so safe that I'm not getting another dog because, well, I like dogs and I need a dog here. For my wife when I'm not around and for when my grandkids are here. Yeah, safe is it's a relative word. I'm on probation, so my house is not as Second Amendment safe as I'd like it to be. But that'll change when I get off probation. So yeah, now it's just pretty much me, the baseball bat, the samurai sword, and the 2x4 for self-defense in the house. Not much I can do. I had dogs. And one of my dogs was a American Staffordshire Terrier. Like full-blooded, beautiful dog, but she was very dog aggressive. Well, I had 3 other dogs. I had them separated all the time. Well, one day I made a mistake and the one dog was out when I let the aggressive dog out and she attacked her. Well, for a while I was able to keep, she was healing decently, and then she got, she was doing a lot better, so I let her out of her cage, and she laid down, and she started scratching, and she tore herself completely open, and infection started setting in, and it set in quick. And I didn't have the money to get her put to sleep or to take her to a vet, which when I had gotten all my dogs, I had the money to take care of them. I quit working to take care of my wife, so I couldn't afford the vets anymore. So after fighting with many vets to get my dog put down because I knew she was in pain, I knew she was dying, you know what I mean? I decided somebody suggested that I call her in as a stray. So I called her in as a stray, and apparently that is abandonment of your animal. And they came back the next day, took all 4 of my dogs, gave me all these run around in court. I went to court. They told me it was nothing was a jailable offense, so I didn't need a lawyer. So I didn't get a lawyer. I didn't think anything of it. I went back to court, and apparently they made a mistake. And there was a jailable offense, and they dropped all the non-jailable offenses and gave me the only jailable offense, which is $650 in restitution and fines. Okay, I have to pay it. You know what I mean? It was my mistake. It was my, you know what I mean? It was my fault, 100%. I'm not ever disputing that. Now, what I am disputing is I'm taking my other dogs because there was no reason for it. It was a kennel bite that, due to my negligence, didn't get taken care of right away. But it is what it is, and I have to deal with what the law says. So That's why I'm on probation. Because I didn't have money and I tried to help my dog by saying she wasn't my dog to get her help. Well, thank you. I mean, it really hurts because the dog that was aggressive, she was my dog. I was the only one that was around her. My wife, she's bedridden, so she didn't get out of bed. It's just me and my wife that live here. And nobody else came over to spend time with the dog, so it was me. And she was separated from the other three. So I spent a lot of time alone with her and training her, and I had her to where I was starting to muzzle train her, which I don't know if you've ever tried to muzzle train a full-blood pit bull, but it's not the easiest thing to do. But I was getting her, she was sitting down and letting me put the muzzle on. You know what I mean? She was getting there, and just one little slip up and boom, they took all my dogs. So, and that includes my wife's emotional support animal, my Cane Corso, and yeah, and I can't get them back. They want so much money to get them back, and then you go and look on their website, and they have GoFundMe's to pay for the dogs. When they took the dogs, I had 100 pounds of dog food, water, everything they need, a warm bed to sleep on. They didn't sleep in a cage. You know what I mean? But hey, they take care of my dogs better than I did, apparently. Yeah, it happened. There's nothing I could do to change it. They didn't give me any stipulations on not owning a dog. I am just taking it until I'm not going to own a dog until I have more of an income where I'm more financially stable to have a dog. My wife is improving. She's getting up and doing more. So she's able to do more. And financially, since I have this platform, and for some unknown reason, I have 600 subscribers, and this platform is a way to make money. And I see people do it all the time. Like, I watch live streams where they just write people's names and stick them to a wall. You know what I mean? And they shout out your name. And they have 50,000 people watching. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow, that's insane. So when I go live, I try to talk about things. And one of the things I want to talk about today is I have a GoFundMe. Uh-oh. All right, another moderator's on. All right, I don't know. It said that it's your post was held for review. I don't know. I have no idea. You must have said people are stupid. You can't do that. It's the new YouTube, man. You gotta be politically correct and not hurt anyone's feelings, man. What are you doing? You're gonna hurt somebody. You don't want to do that. Yeah, it's the changing of the world. I understand it. I mean, I don't understand it in the least little bit. I was, I'm from the rub dirt in it. You can walk it off. You'll be all right, boy. But hey, it is what it is, man. You gotta think of everyone's feelings, I guess, in life, which I guess is true. You don't want to go around just hurting people's feelings. That would be horrible. Now, whether or not they do it and other people hurt your feelings and call it I don't know. things I say upset people, and they're perfectly. I I got suspended once for calling someone sir, and they identified it as a ma'am. I'm sorry, if you look like me, I'm going to call you sir. Actually, his beard was nicer than mine. And he wanted to be called ma'am, and I called him sir. Sorry. That's why I don't leave my house. Oh, that's not true. I love leaving my house once in a while. But most of the time, no, not really. I see things weird, man. Like if you think about it, the way people see things, like what upsets them. Okay, it upsets you. I understand that you don't want something I'm saying upset you. I understand that. But why be so sensitive about it? What is happening? Ace be dog. Be dog. So, I already have my dog's name picked out when I get it. My dog's name is DOG. Yeah, my dog's name is going to be Dog. Because, why not? I just don't know when I'm going to get it. I just want to be more financially secure than I am now to take care of it. You know what I mean? All right, so it's Ace B D O double G. Is that it? My brother Barry was here, he'd smack me. You know how to say it right, boy. But yeah, my friends said, you know, financial things are my problem. Like I make Snoop Dogg. Oh, D-O double G. All right, I got it. I roll cigarettes for my sister and my nephew. They pay me $300 a month to do that, and my sister pays me $200 a month to store her trailer in my driveway. So I make $500 a month total. That's it. And that's for me and my wife, pay all our bills. Luckily, we own our house. So, you know what I mean? It's not, I don't have rent to pay or mortgage or anything. Because I was lucky enough to purchase my house is 4 bedrooms, 1 bath, 2-story, full basement, comes with the lot it's on and an extra lot for $10K cash is what I paid for this house. No mortgage, nothing like that. Just straight out, here's your money, sir. Thank you. Have a great day. If it wasn't for my sister, I gotta see. Here's the thing. My basement is, I don't use it. I don't go downstairs like upstairs. I don't go upstairs. We don't have a reason for it. It's just me and my wife. She is bedridden, and her bed's in the dining room right next to the bathroom. You know what I mean? I sleep in my granddaughter's room right now because my pit bull ate my bed. Because when she attacked the other dog, I had to spend a lot more time nursing the other dog, so she was left alone a lot more. And out of just anger and not being able to run as much as she was, she started tearing up my bed and destroyed a queen size bed. You know, as dogs will do when they're angry and pent up and used to being ran and playing all the time. And you know what I mean? Because I'd spend 6 to 8 hours a day with the dog in the other room. And we were going to start using the basement to train her. And I was going to do my YouTube videos down there. I was going to put a workbench because I work on lawnmowers. I was going to do that downstairs. And then an emotional support alligator. I had Daisy. That was her name. You might see, like, if you go back in my page, you'll see shorts of her. I did a video of her outside by the shed. Oh, dude, she was my doggy dog. She was trained to say, I love you. I'd walk in and say, Daisy, I love you. And she'd say it back to me. It was beautiful. I spent so much time with that dog just sitting in there talking to her, you know, because my wife, she sleeps a lot. And so I'd spend a lot of time. See, monkeys, I'm cool with monkeys as long as they have a special diaper that doesn't come off. My experience with monkeys are, well, let's say they like to throw feces and other bodily fluids across the room. That's my only, like, experience with a pet monkey, and it was not funny. Alligators, when I was a kid, I used to travel down to my grandfather's house in Bokeelia, Florida, and they had a little stand thing on the side of the road. They had a dolphin, a couple other things, and they had alligators in the back that we could feed. That was pretty cool. No, I was not allowed in the military because I had a pretty hefty juvenile record, quit school in the 10th grade, and had visited a psych ward and a rehab by the time I was age to join the military. I had already destroyed my life, and then at 18 I was arrested for shoplifting. So yeah, I never went into the military. I pretty much destroyed everything all at once. My mom was, though. My mom was in the Navy. My dad was a carnival worker. My real parents, my adopted parents, my adopted dad was in the Army, served in Korea, and my adopted mom was in college, I guess. So yeah. Well, my mom was in the Navy, but I wasn't able to. I had already destroyed my chances. Yeah, I don't know. I think my mom served her 4 years and got out. I know she didn't serve like more than what she was supposed to, and I don't think she enjoyed it. But from what I hear, going to the military, unless you're really into the military, it's not that much fun. But my one friend told me, actually a couple people told me, since I have this platform and I have a PayPal and I have Cash App and I have a GoFundMe that I should start promoting myself. Mention those when I'm doing my live streams, and I should do more live streams. I used to do them all the time, and none of this has anything to do with money for me. This is just talking to y'all. You know what I mean? If y'all want to talk about anything, let's talk about it. If you got something that's bothering you today, if you just had one of those days where you want to yell and scream at somebody, well, yell and scream, bro. Go ahead, let it loose, feel better. You're not going to do much to offend me. It is super hard to offend me. If you cannot insult me worse than my parents did growing up, then don't even try. Okay? And I huffed paint for 30-some years to forget some of the names they called me and some of the things they said to me. So, good luck, Buttercup. So, you know what I mean? You want to yell, scream, make fun of me because my shirt's dirty and it got holes in it. It is dirty and has holes in it because I've owned this shirt for probably four years-ish. And it was actually laundered in the washing machine at the laundromat. I usually wash them in my bathtub by hand, so that's why it never looks clean. Nothing I own looks clean, ever. Because I don't have a washer, man. Make $500 a month. I gotta support 2 people, keep all my utilities on, tend to all my wife's needs that she has. $500 doesn't go very far. And then I gotta save for my fines. Because if I don't have like $400 by the 25th of May, I go to jail for 90 days. If I go to jail for 90 days, that's just what God wanted me to do. You know what I mean? I'm not stressing it, but other people have told me to, like I said, to sell myself pretty much. To use my platform to make money. No. If anybody wants to donate money to me, everything is in the description of my YouTube channel, where it says, about who I am in the channel. Underneath it, it has all that. I'm never gonna just straight out promote myself. That's never gonna happen. Sorry. If that's what people want, I'm not gonna do it. That's not me in real life. That's not me in YouTube life. I'm not saying that I'm comfortable living at the means that I'm living at. I'm saying that I'm surviving at the means that I'm living at. Am I willing to do stuff that's against what I believe just for the almighty dollar? Absolutely not. I wouldn't do it in real life. I'm not going to do it in my YouTube life. If you want to donate money to me, here's what you do. You watch all my videos. I'll post what I need to get paid from YouTube. That's how you can help me. You know what I mean? I don't want you to donate nothing to me. If God wants me to go to jail for 90 days, then I go to jail for 90 days. You know what I'm saying? There's not much I can do. I'm not going to sell a bunch of my stuff. I don't have much stuff left. When they took my dogs, they called the city in, and the city did an abatement on my house and pretty much threw everything away. They cleaned out now, a lot of what they threw away was stuff that was left here. stuff by other people that have lived here with me, that have rented from me. Like I said, it's a big old house and it's just me and my wife. Now half the house that we use is going to be my granddaughter's. This, my grandchildren's. This is going to be the playroom, then their bedroom's right there, so I only use really one room in the house, but I'm not getting rid of anything. I'm not selling it. If I don't get the money, if God doesn't supply the money to me somehow or give me a way to make that money, then I don't make that money. I'm saving what I can, and if what I pay them isn't good enough, then it isn't good enough. You know what I mean? It's not going to be good enough because we all know it's the government at the city level, so they're all about making money. All about it. Which, I guess that's, they don't make enough by taxing everybody's property, the roads, the gas, everything. They don't get enough of that because everything you make, you pay taxes on. Everything you pay taxes on. And if you don't pay taxes on it, you got to get a permit to do it. The American dream is to pay the government 79% of your income. Well, that's the American dream. But yeah, I'm not selling out. You know what I mean? I'll figure out a way to make money. I have stickers that I want to make. I haven't given up on that idea. There is an idea I have about going to flea markets and selling stuff really cheap to minister with people, to make connections with people. There are ideas I have at making money, just working on lawnmowers and selling them, you know what I mean? Flipping mud mowers, not just lawnmowers, because every Tom, Dick, and Harry sells a lawnmower. Heck, there's a guy up there that sells lawnmowers, and there's a guy down there that sells lawnmowers. So as someone's always selling lawnmowers, but I'm selling mud mowers. So I'm going to start building mud mowers, buying them, fixing them up, pulley swapping them, put tires on them, gas pedals, you know what I mean? Because all the stuff's cheap and really easy to buy. I mean, I got carburetors and air filters and all kinds of boxes of parts, and it's all relatively cheap. So I think that's a way to make some money. Plus it's fun. Make videos about it. Videos I'm gonna, as I explained in today's videos, as my day's been doing great. Like my day itself, the weather's horrible. My wife has had a decent day. I'm in a terrific mood. I've just been fighting being able to breathe, but I've pretty much destroyed my lungs myself by smoking most of my life, huffing paint, and abuse. So it's just my lungs paying me back for all the abuse I gave them. But it is what it is. I still smoke, but I'm cutting down. I smoke a little less than a half a pack a day now. And next week I'll cut it down again. I'm going every week. I cut it down to cigarette. It's slow. And I'm slowly replacing it with, I have these nicotine lozenges, and I'm replacing it with that. It's working. It's a slow process, but I'm 53 years old and I started smoking when I was 10. So I got 43 years of smoking. You know what I mean? In me. I've never quit smoking. So it's one of those, I have to work slowly at it. I've tried to just quit. I love you, man. I'm probably gonna try to do it every other day. Because every day gets too much, but every other day, and I'm gonna get back to making videos a lot too. Because talking, working on lawnmowers, cleaning my yard, I'm building a track to ride the lawnmowers on, a fast track and an obstacle course. And my video quality is going to be getting better because all right, I'll see you later, Root Beer. Have a beautiful afternoon, evening. But yeah, my niece is into editing and computer things. So I think I'm going to start, when I do videos, I'm going to send them to her and let her edit them and send them back or post them to the YouTube page to see, you know what I mean, to get some different, because she can add music to it. She can, do other things. Like this music is just copyright free. I don't know if you guys can even hear it. It's just background noise, you know what I mean? Not that it's needed, it's nice for me. And I don't get copyright stricken, and because I'm not allowed. But I'm not going to be on too much longer. My chest is starting to hurt. Well, not my chest, right here. We had a really good storm today. Supposed to have storms all day tomorrow. And then it's supposed to be nice, maybe. I don't know. Probably not. It's springtime. It ain't going to be nice. It's going to be really crappy all day, every day. And then one day it's going to be 900 degrees and the sun is going to turn on. And it's not going to shut off for 4 months. Oh, goodness gravy. Oh, that hurts so bad. It's sore. It's so tender. I've been coughing since like January, continuously. Sometimes it gets so sore that it feels like my stomach's full, like I can't eat anything. Oh. But my breathing treatments, they seem to loosen the stuff up in my chest more. So hopefully once that stuff loosens up and I start expelling it more, it'll start getting better. You know what I mean? Is my hope. Because if not, this is just torture and I'm dumb. I wake up and I fight for breath. It scares me sometimes. Like I can't get out of bed because I don't have the breath to get up and walk in the other room. Well, see, I asked somebody, but it's way over here. It's like nowhere near where you regularly get hernias. It's like right under my ribs. And they said hernias are more down in this area. But no, it's up in here. I think I like pulled a muscle or something and it just hasn't been able to heal because I'm continuously coughing.
McDonald's meets the Minecraft universe with one of 6.
Oh no, an ad. Son of a gun.
With spicy nether flame sauce.
You're getting paid for ads. Yeah, I don't know what I did. There are days where it hurts really bad. There's like the other day when I didn't post anything, I had a really bad coughing fit at my friend Barry's house. And when I came home, I was just wore out. I just wanted to lay down and go to sleep. And I laid down at like almost 7 o'clock at night. And I woke up at 5 o'clock the next day. See, that's a possibility. I could have done a rib because it's right there. It's You know what I mean? It's right there at that bottom rib where it hurts the most. And it makes me jump out of my chair when I'm sitting, like lean back more. And I cough. Oh yeah, it makes me jump right out of the chair. Can't do it. And I told my doctor when I went to my doctor, and the way my doctors made me feel, I was there to get my pills refilled, and I did, and I said, but I've been coughing since January, and he was like, well, you have COPD. Duh. Sorry. And he said, well, if it's anything past that, Rich, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Your blood oxygen level sitting is at 94%. When you get up and move, it probably drops down to 89, 92 at tops. You know what I mean? He said it's probably in that area, which is really low, and that's why you get short of breath. He was like, but I don't have time to deal with it right now because your appointment was just to get your pills redone. So in 3 months, come back and talk to your doctor. That's what I was told. So since apparently how much I didn't have enough time with the doctor. And that's the thing, is I have to go back to the doctor all the time, every 3 months, to get my pills. If I don't go back to the doctor, I don't get my pills. And my anxiety medication, the withdrawals of it cause electroshock to the brain, which is, I accidentally quit taking them for a while, and I had that withdrawal. I never want that again. It felt like felt like a nitrous high, like an instantaneous nitrous high. And it was hard. Like count backwards, and you're like, kind of feeling. And it would come and go, and you're driving, or you're walking, or you're talking, or you're doing something, and it freaked me out. And I went to my doctor over that too, and they couldn't help me with what that was. I figured that one out on my own when the pills came in the mail, and I was like, hold on a second, I haven't been taking these. What are these? And then I read the side effects and the withdrawals, and I'm like, well, that's it. But yeah, that's, doctors they're the really smart ones. That's a possibility. If it gets too bad, see, and that's something else. They say things like, if you have chest pressure, or if your arm tingles, or you have pain in your arm, or you have shortness of breath, or you have this, or you have that, you need to go see your doctor right away. All right, well, here's the thing, is I have what's called GERD, which gives me the signs of a heart attack every time I have an attack. It comes up, gives pressure right, like in my heart, pressure, and dizzy and everything. It gives me all the sharp pain. And then I have done labor my whole life, so I have carpal tunnel in my arm. So I get numbness and pain all in my arm all the time. And I have stage 3 COPD. So I have chest pains and pressure in my chest all the time. And they're telling me all these things that I need to watch out for. And I'm like, these things are all completely normal to me. How am I supposed to know when I'm short of breath and it's a bad thing, because I'm always short of breath? When am I supposed to know if my arm hurts if it's a bad thing, because my arm hurts right now and I'm not doing anything? You know what I mean? Doctors don't know nothing. Hey, Dave, how are you doing? I like the background music. Makes me want to dance. This is all I can do, though. My feet don't even move. Just like if I'm in a car, I can dance like a mother lover in a car. But get me outside the car. No, I am not dancing. Sorry. Now, I don't drink anymore, so I don't dance. Hey, Wanda, how are you doing? But yeah, I've decided that I am not selling myself. I am not promoting myself. When the money that I need to have, I'll either have or I won't have. Whatever the consequences are the consequences that God wants me to have. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to promote myself like that. I'm not going to, you know what I mean, spend 6 hours on YouTube just to get my hours up. Now, I do know that like a 2-hour live stream, if you get an average of like 12 watched hours on 2 hours. You know what I mean? Which is a great way to get your watched hours up. But like I said, I did that. I went live every day, and it wore me out. It took my voice completely away, but I was getting all excited and yelling and screaming and jumping for Jesus. And yeah. And unfortunately, as good as the mood as I'm in, and I want to dance and get up and get all excited, it completely takes my breath away, and my side hurts or stomach or whatever it is, rib. How are you doing today, Wanda? Wanda, I was just telling everybody that I was letting them down and letting them know that I am not selling myself, which to you, Wanda, should be no surprise. Wanda, my brother Barry, and my wife and my sister, they're all the ones that pushed me into doing a GoFundMe. It wasn't me. I'm probably never going to promote it unless somebody says something to me about it. That's just never going to happen. That's not me. Wanda knows that. And if the people watching it don't know it yet, then yeah, that's like, you're never going to hear me say subscribe. I don't tell you to watch my videos. I don't tell you to like. For the longest time, I didn't watch my videos. Simply because I don't think I'm worth watching. But I didn't. Now I understand it's more about a relationship between me and y'all. You know, the friendships that we build. Because that's what it is. Because we all suffer from something. We all have our own little problems. We all have our idiocracies. We all have all of that. And most of us feel like we completely suffer it alone. Nobody can feel the way we do. Nobody can understand it. Nobody will understand how I feel. Come to find out, yeah, a lot of people do. A whole lot of people understand how you feel. And nobody ever really talks about it. That's why I started doing live, so that if you guys had an issue, we could talk about it, but nobody ever has an issue. I don't understand it. So I've come to think that you all are insane and just like looking at me and hearing my voice. Oh, oh gosh, that felt freaking fantastic. Oh. All right, y'all. Sorry. Oh, that sucked. I did not enjoy that at all. But my question is, what shade red did I turn? Was it like really bright? Or was it kind of like purplish? Ugh. That was horrible. Come on, dance. Yeah, the one time I did a live, I think it was around New Year's Eve. I just played music and asked everybody music to listen to. It was really good, but it was copyrighted and I couldn't download it. So, because I do love listening to music, all kinds of music. Country, rap, opera, starting to get into some classical, speed metal, country rap, country Christian rap, a lot of Christian rap, a lot of Christian music. I listen to K-Love a lot. But that's all copyright music, so you know what I mean. We can't play it and listen to it and enjoy it and have the watched hours work for the YouTubes, because you need so many watched hours to do whatever. Here, I'll show you. There. Out of 3,000 watched hours I need, I have 742. Out of the 3 million shorts views I need, I have 31,000. So, yeah, I'm far, far away from ever getting paid from YouTube. And I'm not going to be promoting myself. So, the Lord will give me the way to make money. Because there are plans. Like, I am going to travel around and I'm going to do a ministry, not a different kind of ministry. I want to call it not a ministry, a spiritual emergency room. You know what I mean? Something like that, more than a ministry, because it's not going to be all about God. I don't know Bible scriptures like that. I'm reading my Bible every day. This is the first time I've read my Bible this far. I've read here and there what I was supposed to read or read for Bible studies and stuff like that. But this is the first time that I've read the Bible. And I don't think I'm ever going to be the one who is I don't think I'm ever going to be the one who could just recite Bible scriptures. There might be a time that I might get there. I can't say that I never will be able to. I'm just not there now. Because I still really feel that a lot of people don't go to church because they don't feel that they don't feel like the people at the church understand them, for the same reason that people don't talk about their depression or their anxiety, because they feel like people aren't going to understand it. people aren't gonna, well, no one's gonna believe how I feel. No one's gonna understand how I feel. Yes, they are. Maybe not everyone, but somebody will. And that's just on a personal level. On a church level, they may. But there's also a level at the church that a lot of people that I know don't go to church because they're the level that they're at, no one at the church has ever been at. You know what I mean? Or they feel that no one's ever been there. And they may be right, they may not be right. They may, some people just feel like I felt like nobody in the church understood me. I wasn't allowed to talk about my past at my first church because they didn't want the women knowing about my past, which was weird and freaked me out. Hey, my brother-in-law's home. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that rib checked because it has to be something. It hurts really bad. But if there was somebody in the church that I thought understood, I would talk to that person. You know what I mean? And like I said, I don't know scriptures like this and that, but I could Google. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? A Bible verse on this. You know what I mean? And then we talk about it, we bring it up. And it may not even go to God the first time I talk to somebody. You know what I mean? It may go to just a conversation because sometimes people aren't ready to open up all of their, you know what I mean? Not many people are the first time you meet them are going to be, hey, blah, 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 to you. You know what I mean? Some people are. Some people feel that instant connection, like, I can tell this dude anything, because and that's something else, is I'm not ashamed of anything. I'm not driven by money at all. Money, if Wanda's still in here, ask her. She knows me personally. She's known me for a very long time. Like I've known her so long. Both of our kids were this big in diapers and stuff. You know what I mean? Like same age. And so yeah, I've known Wanda for a very long time. And she'll tell you, money isn't anything I ever strive for. That's not it. But I understand money's a tool and it's a necessity of what you need. So God will figure out a way for me to make money and to do what I need to do. Or God will not give me the money to do what I need to do. And what I need to do doesn't involve money. Who knows? You know what I mean? I don't know what connections God's going to put in my life for whatever reason, or what ideas he's going to put in my head for whatever reason. I don't know. Only he does. So I just got to have, like I say to everyone, you just got to have your faith in God and just to give it to him and have faith in him and his timing, because his timing is not your timing. I guarantee it 100% of the time. Your timing is not his timing. And because, yeah, sometimes it is though. You'd be amazed, but there's time, most of the time now. But I'm going to start going live more. It'll be like every other day, I would say. Not every day. That was too much. Just to get more of a connection with y'all, to talk more with you, to talk more about our problems, which I want to get more into. Talking more about what's bothering you guys, what's bothering me. If you want to know what's bothering me today, I did put a video out earlier. And it explains how I've been feeling. I've thought about some of it. The lawnmowers, I'm going to work on them. I'm going to work on my lawnmowers. If I have to sell them, I have to sell them. I'm not going to sell them. I'm going to do everything in my power not to sell them. But that doesn't mean that I really don't want to go to jail. Honestly. So, but I really don't want to sell my lawnmowers either. Especially my wheel horse, which, yeah, I don't want to sell my lawnmowers. So I'm not sure I'm going to do that. I might just eat the bullet and take whatever jail time they give me, and that'll be that. It'll be over with, and they can kiss my buttocks for the rest. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think I'm just going to give it to God and let Him figure it out. Let Him deal with it. If He wants me to go to jail for 90 days, I'll go to jail for 90 days. Whatever it is meant for God's good, not mine. Well, my good, but God's will. God's plan, not mine. When I start making plans, that's when things get awry. I am not a smart man. I'm not afraid to admit it. But I'm going to get off here. My side is killing me. Y'all have a great day. I might make a video tomorrow. I might not. I don't know. I got to get out in the yard and start cleaning and fixing things. I'm just afraid of having breathing issues on camera. And if my granddaughter watches it or something, I don't know. Because she does watch the videos. But I'm going to get off here. All right. Y'all have a great evening. Do something to make yourself happy, make somebody else happy, make a kid happy. Share God, make Him happy. All right. God loves you, and so do I. Have a great night. Bye.